Hello Sophophiles. So today we are going to start with new topic known as ecological concepts. In today's video we are going to learn about the concepts of ecological succession, ecotone and age effect. So we will start with ecological succession. So what is ecological succession? It is the process of natural change in the community structure on an ecological time scale. So community is basically a group of organisms of different species living in a specific area. These ecological communities are basically dynamic and they undergo continuous structural and functional changes. These changes are directional, sequential, and parallel with the changes in their physical environment. So physical environment includes the air, water, temperature. Basically, they are all abiotic factors. Then the concept of seed. It is a whole sequence of communities that replace one another in the successional process, and its temporary stages are called as serial stages. Then comes the concept of pioneer stage. It is the basic beginner stage in ecological succession. It is the initial serial stage and it comprises of pioneer community. So pioneer community are the organisms or the plants which start the ecological succession. Without them, the ecological succession cannot proceed. Then comes the climax community. It is the final stage of ecological succession. So these changes finally lead to a community that is in near equilibrium with the environment. The formation of climax community is the end point of ecological succession. So climax stage occurs when the ecological succession slows as the community reaches a steady equilibrium with the environment. So pioneer stage is the first stage of the ecological succession while climax stage is the last one. Moving on, there are two types of succession. First is the primary succession. It occurs initially in the life place areas in which the soil is incapable of sustaining life due to many reasons, mainly lava, newly formed sand dunes, or rocks left from a retreating glacier. Then the second type is secondary succession. It occurs where a community that previously existed has been removed due to smaller scale disturbances that do not eliminate all life and nutrients from the environment. So the main difference between primary succession and secondary succession is that primary succession begins from bare areas where the has not been existed before, while secondary succession begins where the life is destroyed due to either due to natural factors or artificial factors or human made reasons. So primary succession includes where on the bare rock lichens are formed. So lichens here are the pioneer stage or the pioneer community. Then from lichens, small annual plants and other lichens are formed, further forming grasses and perennial trees. So lichens, small annual plants and lichens and grasses and perennials come under pioneer species, while grasses, shrubs and intolerant trees such as pines come under intermediate species, while the tolerant trees such as oak come under climax community. So the climax community is the end point of the ecological succession. While in secondary succession, the previously existing community is destroyed. Here in this case, it is destroyed by fire. Then slowly on the bare land, the annual plants are formed, the grasses and perennials are formed within a specific time span, which form the pioneer species. Then intermediate species are formed and finally forming the climax community, resulting in the endpoint of the ecological succession. Okay, so moving on. There are 5 steps in ecological succession. That is how the ecological succession takes place. The first step in this succession is known as nudation. It is the formation of bare area without any form of life. It forms due to climatic, topographic or biotic factors. Then the second step is known as invasion. So new species are established in this bare area. It involves 3 steps, which are migration, establishment, and aggregation. So then the third step is competition and coaction. Competition is interspecific or it can be intraspecific. Interspecific means competition that takes place between two types of species, while Intraspecific means competition that takes place between organisms of same species. So intraspecific competition is known as coaction. Then the fourth step is called as reaction. It is the modification of environment due to organisms in it. And then the last step is stabilization. It is a terminal community that becomes stabilized in prevailing conditions. Okay, so moving on, what is the importance of this succession? The biotic serial states are maintained and they do not allow biotic succession to proceed further through interference like grazing and fire. Then growth of species is controlled and information is gained through studies on succession by preventing their superiors to invade that area. And then the last is the dams are protected by preventing siltation and biotic succession to occur. Then the next concept is known as ecotone. Ecotone is a transition area between two biological communities where they meet and integrate. Ecotone can be narrow or wide, or they can be local or regional. They appear on the ground as a gradual blending, or it may manifest itself as a sharp boundary line. So they can be gradual or they can have sharp cuts. Then they can be either natural or man-made. An ecotonal area has a higher density and greater number of species than are found in either flanking community. Ecotones are best dwelling places for the organisms. Ecotones mainly act as buffer zones and they offer protection to bordering ecosystems from possible damage. So for example, wetland can absorb pollutants and prevent them from seeping into the river. And then the last property of ecotone is that they're sensitive indicators of global climate change and they shift the boundaries between the ecosystem. Next ecological concept is known as edge effect. Edge effect describes how there is greater diversity of life in the region where the edges of the adjacent ecosystems overlap, such as land or water or forest and grassland. Edge effects mainly happen in areas with small habitat fragments and they exhibit especially throughout the range. As edge effect increases, the boundary habitat allows for greater diversity. So it means with greater edge effect, we can find greater amount of biodiversity in that area. Edge species are the organisms which are primarily found in this zone. One type of edge effect is known as positive edge effect. If the population abundance is lower than average near the edge, it is known as the positive edge effect. While the transitional edge effect is a sharp edge between habitats that cause a more gradual transition in population abundance. So what are the possible reasons and solutions to control the edge effect? So the first reason is that edges of a forest have microclimatic changes that affect the types of vegetation and that can grow there. So edge effects cause species composition changes. Edges are suitable for some species but they cannot be suitable for others. Edge-tolerant species are often generalist predators and exotic species that outcompete native species and habitat specialists. Edges become areas with increased noise pollution, human recreation and roadkill. So what are the solutions to control the edge effects? So avoid the construction in areas with species that are endangered, extinct, vulnerable, etc. Minimization, rehabilitation and restoration, and biodiversity offsets and voluntary compensatory actions are the possible solutions to control the edge effect. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe to the channel for more videos on topics related to environmental science. Thank you.